Hello, everyone, and welcome to Waco ISD Stadium for another outstanding night of Texas high school football. Tonight, the Waco Lions host the Tigers from A&M Consolidated. I'm Lark Smith, along with the coach Butch Henry. And Coach, tonight it starts all over. You start in district play, and for the second year in a row, Marty Herbst is starting district play without his starting quarterback.
Yes, he is. Now, Johnny Tusa always used to say there's a new season for a new reason. So it all counts tonight. You can throw the records out the window, but you know that old Marine saying, looking for a few good men, next man up. That's what they're looking for at Waco High. Will Richards is their starting quarterback, a senior. He's out for the year with ACL. Their backup quarterback, Jalen Harris, cannot raise his right arm above his right shoulder. That's not good. So the wide receiver, Michael Simpson, will start at quarterback tonight. Now, Jalen Harris and Terrence Hamilton will be in the backfield. But Marty said they want to shorten the game, run the ball a lot, keep the clock running, and play good defense. So we'll see what happens. This is a good A&M team. They're only 2-1 because their game against Copper Skull got canceled because of lightning. So we'll see. One of these teams will have a leg up on the playoffs after tonight.
You certainly will. So stay tuned. Coming up next, right here on Waco ISD TV, it's the Waco Lions and the A&M Consolidated Tigers.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we would like to recognize Coach Corey Freed as Waco ISD's Coach of the Week. Accompanying him is his wife, Lindsay, his son, Carter, and his daughter, Kennedy. We want to thank Coach Freed for his hard work and loyalty to our proud school district. We wish Coach Freed and the Lions all the best in the remainder of the season. Tonight, we'd also like to recognize Miriam Sawaya as Waco ISD's Teacher of the Week. We want to thank Miriam for her hard work and loyalty to our proud school district. We wish Miriam and the Lions all the best in the remainder of the year. Congratulations to Corey Freed and Miriam Sawaya.
Back at Waco ISD Stadium as we get prepared for the Waco Lions to take on A&M Consolidated in the opening game of district play. Going to do this under fall weather conditions, Coach. We are officially into fall.
Yeah, the first day of fall is 97 degrees.
The temperature's fallen to 88 degrees.
Yeah.
So there you go. Mostly clear sky overhead. There's no chance for rain this evening, but there's some chance for rain this weekend. We should be able to get this one in. We do have a little bit of a south breeze blowing in at about 15 to 20 miles per hour, so that may affect the decision when they toss the coin here a minute ago. And usually a south breeze like that indicates that a cool front's about to head.
That's exactly right. And by the way, this is the A&M Consolidated team. They got most of their starters back on defense, but we didn't mention their quarterback, Cade Williams. He's a man to stop. He likes to run it. He likes to throw it. He punts. He kicks off. He scored 6 touchdowns, 3 passing, 3 rushing. So if they need to stop Cade Williams, the quarterback, if they have a chance to win this football game.
Does he have a chauffeur's license? Do he drive the bus up here?
Probably does.
Yeah, Cade Williams is the guy you got to watch in the backfield, number 4. They also have a couple of good running backs in Trey Newton and Robert Franklin. So we'll see exactly what head coach David Rayfield has in store for us from the Consolidated Tigers. As Coach mentioned on the pregame, they come in 2-1 on the year. They lost to Richmond Foster after they were unable to play their season opener against Conference Cove due to rain. Then they beat Austin High 48-14 and topped College Park 33-14. Waco High comes in after suffering their only loss in non-district action, losing here at Waco ISD Stadium last Friday 28-7. But they started off the season 3-0 with a 48-22 win over San Antonio Roosevelt, then went to Killeen and topped the Kangaroos 34-7. Then came back to the friendly confines of Waco ISD Stadium where they beat Harker Heights 28-12.
You notice the Waco High team is walking out of the tunnel that they'll run through, led by their quarterback, Will Richards, the young man on crutches, holding hands. I've never seen them walk out before, so maybe that's something they're going to try.
probably be something because of Will. He's out front on those crutches. I've walked in those things before. You can't get very far, very fast on crutches, but it's good to see Will out of the game. Unfortunately, his second year in a row, he's been knocked out just before district play. And once again, the Lions are having to operate a little bit short-handed.
And you know what? He's a straight-A student. He's a senior. He's a good young man. I hate it for him. And then you know what? You backup quarterback, Jalen Harris, well, he's got a bummed-up shoulder. So Malcolm Stimson will be the man. We'll see.
We have the Waco High Junior ROTC presenting the colors at the midfield prior to our national anthem, which will be coming up in just a few moments from the Waco High band.
American flag, head captain, Rodriguez. Texas flag, head private, first class, Katie Anderson. United States Army flag, head private, first class, Thomas Ramirez. Waco High ROTC Battalion flag, cadet private, first class, Fatima Medina. Left guard, cadet private, first class, Ricardo Zuniga. We ask that both teams and fans face the colors on the field during the playing of our national anthem. Prior to the playing of our national anthem, we ask you to stand for a moment of silence to reflect, meditate, pause, or pray prior to the playing of our national anthem. Thank you. Immediately after the playing of the national anthem, we remain standing for our Texas state song. At this time, the Waco High School band will play the national anthem.
The preliminaries pretty much out of the way except for the coin toss. Coach, who's officiating the game tonight?
Well, once we get district play, these are the guys from the Central Texas chapter. Referee is Dale Cowan. Umpire is George Mayo. Linesman is Tony Vasquez. Line judge Ronnie Van. And the back judge is Mark Branch. I said Central Texas chapter. That's the Temple's kind of heads that thing up. And then they'll use some Bryan College Station officials and Waco officials, but you cannot call for your home team.
Captains are going to meet at midfield. Will Richards will join them out there as well. Wearing Will's number tonight is number 10, DeJour Silman, who's normally number 22. They're going to take turns wearing the number 10 through the final 5 games of this season to honor their senior captain, Will Richards. Silman is joined out there by Ray High and LaDamian Calhoun.
Man, there are 2 roles to be played out here tonight. The first role is that of the players. Your role is to play this football game in accordance with the rules, keeping safety in mind. The second role of that is the role of the official. Our role is to officiate this football game in accordance with the rules, keeping safety in mind. I'll make you a promise tonight. I'll promise not to play the football game if you promise not to officiate. Is that deal? All right, good. We've already done the coin toss, so we already know that A&M has won the toss. They elected to receive. We're going to kick from the clock, but for the sake of the fans, we're going to go ahead and flip the coin anyway. This is heads, and that's tails. All right, so you won the toss. What I want you to do is I want you to put your back to this goal. You guys put your back to that goal. Back over here. You guys are receiving.
So A&M Consolidated won the toss.
Elected to receive.
They'll take the football, so Waco High will take the win here in the first quarter. The Consolidated captains, number 15, Tony Williams, number 43, Jason Jasperson, and number 50, Will Sullivan.
Tony Williams is a young man. He is their wide receiver, one heck of a player. I think Odell Cowan, the referee, might need a windscreen down there on his microphone.
Well, I'll tell you what, he did a wonderful job telling the players exactly whose job is what tonight. I did enjoy that when he said, I promise you I won't play if you promise not to referee.
I think the wind is certainly going to be a factor for, and Waco High's got it this first quarter, so we'll see if they take advantage of it.
Chris Escada, the kicking specialist. The sophomore has the tee in his hand at the South 40. And Coach, at least the visiting team, we're going to be able to read the numbers tonight.
Yes, sir. That's unusual, isn't it?
Certainly seems to be. They'll send number 2, Stevie Ray, back, along with number 13, Colby Peel. Escada has been known to pop it up to the far side. That up man over there is Aaron Campbell, number 9. District season is underway. He'll kick it deep. Come to the 5-yard line to Stevie Ray. Looking for a lane, bouncing outside, but caught from the backside and will be brought down outside the 20.
I believe that tackle that time was made by Michael Howard, so we'll see if this Waco High defense can take another look at it, control this offense led by their fine quarterback, Cade Williams. He is the man to stop, as Coach Herbst told us.
He can run with it, he can throw it, he can kick it. Like you said, he does a little bit of everything. Joining him in the backfield will be number 16, Robert Franklin, for this first series. 2 wides to the right, to the left side, 1 to the bottom of your screen. Fake the handoff to Franklin. Williams keeps the ball, stays on his feet through a couple of would-be tacklers. One more Waco Lion misses him, and he goes out of bounds at the 35-yard line. The pickup of 16 on the play.
You can see that Cade Williams is very elusive. He's got good speed. Nearly fell right there, kept his balance. That was a good gain for the Tigers to start this football game.
16-yard pickup on first down, brings the first down of the game. Fake the handoff to Franklin, throws across the middle, and it's complete to Stevie Ray for a 5-yard gain out to the 45.
I'd say Cade Williams had rather run the football than throw it, but he certainly is capable of throwing it.
5-yard pickup brings up second down and 5. Checking in defensively for Waco High is Kevondre Black. 2 running backs in the backfield this time with Williams. Hands it off to Franklin, and Franklin has the first down out to the 47-yard line. His first carry, he's got to pick up a 7.
Like I said, between Cade Williams and Robert Franklin, that's 2 good running backs. Both have excellent speed. So another first down. Let's see if this Waco High defense can maybe make some adjustments, try to slow them down. They knew that Cade Williams was an outstanding quarterback.
Stevie Ray went to the sideline. Puts Brian Darby, the wide receiver, on the near side. Fake the handoff. Cade Williams slides a would-be tackler, now takes it around the end and finally run out of bounds on the far side by Dwayne Ritchie.
How did he get out of that? He was stopped at the line of scrimmage, and like I say, he must have some Vaseline on his pants right there. That was a good hit, but he just kept going.
He got 4 yards on the play to bring up a 2nd down and 6 in Waco High territory. Drive's already a minute and a half old. On the option to the near side this time, he's swarmed under. Davian Vincent got there to slow him down, and that allowed Edward McFloyd to catch up to him.
Yeah, between Vincent and Glasker, those 2 defensive tackles have really played very consistent all year.
Picked up 2 for Williams to the Waco High 47. Brings up a 3rd down and 4. Check the far sideline with the play clock down to 10. They relay the play to each other. Play clock down to 2. Apparently got it off in time, and Williams was bottled up, but he gets loose and will get the first down out to the Waco High 42-yard line with that 5-yard pickup.
Clark, the play clock was on 0 when they snapped the ball, but that's all I can tell you. It's Cade Williams again. I told you he's a man to stop. So far, Waco High's not done that. Remember, they're doing this against a strong south breeze, too.
Certainly are. Picked up 3 first downs in the drive. It started back at the 19-yard line. Send the man in motion. Fake the handoff, and Williams looking for some place to run, but he won't be able to get there because DeJour Silman will wrap him up for a loss of a couple.
Yeah, that was a nice play that time with DeJour Silman.
Again, Silman tonight wearing the number of senior quarterback Will Richards, who was knocked out with a knee injury in last week's game.
Waco High defense needs to put A&M in a 3rd and long situation, so they need to stop them right here. This should be a passing down, but with Cade Williams back there, who knows?
He has Burrow Caraway as a wide receiver that now comes to the slot position on the near side, number 81. Got to go with the option to the far side. Bottle him up. Avian Vincent there to wrap him up, and another loss on the play. So the Waco High defense is learning, Coach.
You got to wrap him up. You see big old Vincent coming in there, actually just slung him down. So this is a 3rd and long situation that Waco High defense wanted to put him in. So this certainly is a passing down. You better look for number 15, Tony Williams. He's a go-to guy.
9th play of the drive. Williams is the receiver at the top of your screen, the outside receiver on the left of the formation. Williams looking that way, steps up in the pocket and fires down the middle of the field, and it's picked off. Going the other way with it is DJ Taylor. Taylor trying to get away from Tony Williams, but unable to do so, but Waco High stops A&M Consolidated's initial drive with this interception by DJ Taylor.
You see DJ, he's in the right place at the right time. I thought he's going to make his slip just a little bit right there. And of course, you see Tony Williams making the tackle.
Waco High gets the ball First and 10 at their own 25 with 7:28 to go in the first quarter. Simpson hands it off to his running back Hamilton, and Hamilton has 5 yards out to the 30-yard line.
Like I said on the pregame, Coach Hurst's game plan is to run the football, shorten the game, and play good defense. Well, number one, they did play good defense on that last drive.
Hamilton picked up 5. He has the football again, and he'll be stopped after just a 1-yard gain this time.
Coach A&M Consolidated has to be pretty much aware of the fact of the situation with the quarterbacks. They know that Michael Stimson is not a throwing quarterback, so they can load up in that box, I would think.
Jalen Harris in the backfield now with Stimson. They send Hamilton in motion. Fake the handoff, Stimson to pass. He's 1 for 1 in the passing department so far this year. Picks up a block around the edge, but then he is form tackled at the 28-yard line. That's a loss of 3 on the play.
And remember, Michael Stimson is also the punter tonight for this Waco High team. And we've certainly seen them go for it a lot deeper into territory than they are right now.
That we have. Consolidated will send back Colby Peel as a deep receiver for a punt. Apparently we have...
Prior to the snap, false start, number 5, Waco. 5-yard penalty, repeat 4th down.
False start, first penalty of the game against Waco High. Moves them back to the 23. Peel waits back at his own 44-yard line. Wind is at his back. Gets off a end over end. It takes a big bounce. Hits Peel, he picks it up, and then he's immediately hit by Waco Lions. So a good job of getting down on the punt and not allowing him to return it. I believe they're going to give him forward progress at the 31-yard line.
The Damian Calhoun is the young man that finally had to get him down. You look right here, he didn't want to go down. He's not down there. You'll see Calhoun, number 6, coming here and grab him and said, "You're going down right here." Good look at Marty Hurst, 5th year as the head man at Waco High. Been on that staff for a long time.
So Waco High just kept the ball for 1:57, Coach. Remember, they were trying to run as much clock as they can.
They didn't do much on that time, did
No,
they?
they didn't. They'll give it to the Consolidated at the 29-yard line in their own end of the field, their second possession of the game. Fake the handoff. Now they pitch it to Stevie Ray, and Ray will maybe get a yard out of it to the 20. Well, no yards out of it. It's no gain on the play at all.
You know, they've been real pleased with the play of Stevie Ray this year. You take another look at the option play. He is only a sophomore, not a real big youngster, but got good quickness.
Receiver on the far side is Robert Franklin. Take that back. Looks like it's Franklin in the backfield. Williams rolling to his left. And completes it to his favorite target, Tony Williams, for the first down in the Waco High territory, now at the Waco 47-yard line.
That's a well-conceived play that time. Cade Williams threaded the needle to Tony Williams, who was wide open behind the defender.
24-yard gain on the play, and the 4th first down of the contest for A&M Consolidated. They're in Waco High territory for the second time. Clock stopped with 4:43 to go in the first quarter. Fake the handoff, Williams to throw, and completes it in the flat to Nate Floyd, number 83. That's his first catch tonight. They'll mark it at the 40.
Nice tackle.
7-yard pickup.
DJ Taylor, nice tackle that time, but Last two plays that they've thrown the football out in the flat, and I don't think it's something that Waco High was anticipating.
2nd and 3. Looking for that option pitch. Pitches it at the last second out to Trey Newsom. And Newton gets hit out of bounds, and they'll get 15 yards for that.
That was a needless penalty. You'll take a look at it, you make the call yourself. This should have been a penalty, and it was. He's out of bounds right there. Slung down.
They pick up the first down by penalty. Picked up 2 yards for Newton on the play, but then you're going to add 15 yards to that.
Number 32, Waco. 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
That one hurt right there, but you take another look at it. It was clearly should have been a penalty, and it was a big one, by the way.
Takes it down to the Waco 23-yard line. Deepest penetration so far of the night for A&M Consolidated. Williams keeps the football, trying to get around the left side, and he's chased out of bounds by Dalen Webb. He did pick up about 5 yards on the play.
He's a very elusive runner, and he always fakes like he's going off tackle. Then he'll make his move to the outside. Picked up 5 yards.
Down to the 18-yard line. Franklin, the running back behind Cade Williams. He hands it off to Franklin. Franklin goes around the left side and has a first down, and falling down at the 12. Gain of 6 on the play for Franklin.
Robert Franklin's a good running back in his own right. So you got Cade Williams, you got Franklin, you got that receiver, Tony Williams. They're all very potent.
3rd first down of this drive, which started at the A&M Consolidated 29-yard line after a Waco High punt. First possession of the night for Consolidated ended on a DJ Taylor interception. Take the handoff. Williams looking to pass. Now looks back across the grain. Nothing there. Runs out of trouble. Gets loose. Gets a block and gets bumped out of bounds at the 6. He picked up 6 on the play.
Take another look at it. You'll see E3, Edwin McFlorid, had a shot at it, but he just turned on the afterburners. He likes to go to the outside, and he did a good job that time.
High changing defensive personnel. Brings Edward Coleman in on defense. 2nd down and 5. They can get a first down without getting a touchdown. Handoff goes to Franklin. He stays on his feet and he gets into the end zone from 6 yards away for the touchdown.
16, Franklin, touchdown Tigers.
Okay, one of the Waco High youngsters lost his helmet. I assume he has to come off the field. Is that correct? Here he comes.
A 71-yard drive that took 8 plays to get into the end zone for the first score of the game. Took them 2:32 to get on the scoreboard, and they also add the extra point. So with 2:59 left to go in the first quarter, A&M Consolidated grabs the lead at 7-0.
You know, Lark, it wasn't that many years ago that Bryan was only high school down there. Merrill Green was the coach for many years, and then they added Consolidated. And now they've got Bryan Rudder and College Station for high school.
And none of them are 6A. Again, a 71-yard drive that took 8 plays in 2 minutes and 32 seconds.
I did a game one night down at the Kyle Field, and it was Temple, Bob McQueen against Beryl Green and Bryan. Pretty good football game.
Yes, sir. That's a couple of oldies but goodies.
Yep.
Bob McQueen's still in the Temple area fishing somewhere?
Yeah, I guess he's probably right now out there if he's got a spotlight on him.
TJ Taylor is going to go deep for Waco High, along with LaDadrian Glasker.
I don't know why I remember names, but I remember a young man named Rod Bernstein in that game.
Oh, yeah.
Rocket Rod, he can
Yes,
go.
Sir. Williams doing the kicking off. That's Cade Williams. You said he did everything, Coach.
Yeah, he does, I'm telling you.
Yeah, Merrill Green had a few good ball players run through there, didn't he?
Oh, yeah. James Flowers, Bernstein.
Curtis Dickey.
Yep.
Line drive, Squibber picked up at the 18-yard line. Good job of weaving his way through. There was a fumble at the end of the play.
Was he down?
It was Edward Coleman trying to reach for some extra yardage. Apparently he was down.
Let's watch old Dooley here hit the ground. The ball comes out. He was already down. Now we'll see if this Waco High offense, with a lot of injuries, can move the football against this Consolidated team.
Starting at the 34-yard line this time, second possession of the night.
There is no penalty for an illegal formation of the kick team.
Okay.
Don't throw the flag then. What?
I agree, wholehearted. So did Tank. And off to Hamilton. Big running room up the middle. Takes out the umpire as they get across the 40-yard line. That's a 9-yard gain for Hamilton.
Oh, George Mayo took a pretty good lick. He better be loose out there now. Look at it. You see right there, he took old George out now.
9-yard pickup for Hamilton. Second down and 1. Hamilton's got the ball again, and boy, he run into a solid wall there in the middle as he ran right into Josh Ellison, a sophomore.
There's a look at it right there. And keep your eye on number 22. He's a cornerback for A&M Consolidated. Tyon Merchant, 4.5 speed. He's the best player they have on defense.
Say he got to the 45-yard line before he hit that wall, so a 2-yard gain gives Waco High their first down of the night. Stimson to pass, and he overthrows his target at the flat, intended for Jalen Harris.
You see Simpson throw the ball tonight, which he did then. I don't think you'll see him throw many long passes. It'll be out in the flat or some 10-yard curl patterns.
Just his second attempt of the year. He is 1 for 2 now for no yards gained. This is his first start at quarterback. Jalen Harris takes the handoff, gets around the left side, and bumped out of bounds near the 50. Gain of, I'll mark it at the 39, 49.
There's Jalen right
49.
there. Used that speed, finally knocked out of bounds by Kobe Peel and also Abel Daly.
So we'll bring up 3rd down and 4 after that 6-yard gain by Harris. Hamilton trying to turn the corner around the left side, unable to do so. No gain on that play. It'll bring up 4th and 4.
You take another look at Terrence Hamilton. Just nowhere to go that time. Old Stink just couldn't find the hole. It wouldn't surprise me at all if they faked this punt and ran the football. And A&M Consolidated is not buying the punt either.
Well, they're certainly not. They don't see anybody deep. Waco High, still 10 seconds left on the play clock. It looks like he will punt the ball, and sure enough, it gets blocked at the line of scrimmage. And they're going to get the ball at the 48.
Might as well have gone for it, right?
Yes, sir.
take another look at it. Let's see. Number one, look how low he dropped the football. He dropped it nearly to the ground before he kicked it, so he's going to have to get that thing up a little bit.
That's more on him than it is on Consolidated.
Yeah, sure it is. A&M Consolidated probably run about 2 plays before they get this strong breeze at their back.
Waco High ran a minute 44 off the clock on that possession.
That's not enough time off it.
No, sir. They need more than 1 first down. Consolidated gets the ball in good position at the Waco 48-yard line. Minute 15 to go in the quarter, and somebody called timeout.
A&M.
Consolidated.
First time out of the half.
They called the timeout.
Next week, Waco High will be on the road to take on Brian Rudder. We'll be back here at University. We'll host College Station, who are probably the front runner in that district. That'll be University's homecoming.
Yeah, next week, Consolidated will be at home against the Temple Wildcats.
In fact, University's down at Temple tonight, I believe.
Yes, they are.
I thought when you scheduled homecoming, you're supposed to schedule somebody you can beat. College Station can be very tough for University to beat, and Waco High's got Temple for their homecoming. I schedule Valley Mills or something.
I don't know if Valley Mills will play you. Cade Williams fakes the handoff, will keep the football and won't get a whole lot out of it. Coach, somebody got in the middle of that and almost blew up that, or actually did blow up that play.
Yeah, but he dodged the tackles. I mean, he's just very elusive runner. See, right there, boy, somebody. I tell you one thing, Tony Williams said, I wish I had the ball because I got hit anyway. Yeah.
All of a sudden, the meteor came through there and knocked him out. Cade Williams got 2 yards, brings up 2nd down and 8. Looking to pass. Nobody open. He's going to have to find some running room and finds it. Uses the umpire as a bit of a blocker. Tell you what, that guy's a water bug, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
He's 6 yards out of the play.
Boy, he can shake and bake and juke, do all that stuff. You watch around here. Cade Williams, he could not find anybody open, so he comes back. He says, I'll go back this way. Uh-oh, there's another Waco High Tiger. Well, I'll just do a little juking. Yeah, make him miss, go back the other way. Finally, big old Vincent came in and brought him down.
It's the 10th carry of the night for Cade Williams for 41 yards so far. And that's going to be the end of our first quarter of play. As A&M Consolidated has the lead by a score of 7-0, scoring on their 2nd possession of the night on a 71-yard drive that took 8 plays and took 2 minutes and 32 seconds off the clock. We have a special presentation coming up here between quarters. Johnny Tusa is on the field. Let's turn it over to our stadium announcer.
For tonight, the Waco ISD Athletic Department honors Bill Davenport. Bill is currently the director of HEB store on Valley Mills Drive, 935. A 27-year veteran of HEB and an inaugural member of the company's Hall of Fame, Bill continues to win awards for distinguished service throughout our community. Speaking of community, Bill is a devoted supporter of Waco ISD and is the driving force in HEB's community efforts to raise thousands of dollars to support all of our educational endeavors. Please join the athletic department tonight in honoring Bill Davenport as we add his name to our lifetime athletic honor roll as our newest member. Congratulations, Mr. Davenport.
Well-deserved honor. Mr. Davenport. Now we turn things around and A&M Consolidated gets the benefit of that breeze at their back at about 15 to 17 miles per hour. So far, they're 3 for 3 passing for 54 yards and has 62 yards on the ground and 15 carries. There's also been 1 interception. Williams found a cutback hole, but somebody filled that up pretty quick, Coach. Who was that meteor? Dwayne Ritchie, wasn't it?
I think it was. Dwayne Ritchie's played well all year. Here he comes right there. Nice tackle.
Actually, it's a loss on the play of the yard.
They going to kick it?
Brings up 4th down and 3. We'll see. Waco High is not sending anybody deep. Cade Williams looks to the sideline to see what his coaching staff wants him to do. He's still got 10 seconds on the play clock to make something happen.
That'll draw him off sides, I guess. I don't know.
Yep, they're going to go for it. Looking for a pass. Cade Williams gets out from under the rush and will pick up the 1st down as he gets to the 35-yard line. Coach, he was in jail and he escaped.
Yeah, and George Selman had a good shot at him right at the line of scrimmage, but he just put it in overdrive right there, Selman, right there. He just blew by him. Gutsy call, 4th and 5, but it worked.
Picked up 6 yards on the play. And the 1st down. Nobody there to hand the ball off to, see if he makes anything out of this one. Yep, so far he has. Now he throws it away. He got it past the line of scrimmage. That's not intentional grounding.
Somebody down on the far side of Waco High.
Training staff gets there quickly with the A&M Consolidated staff there quickly as well.
I couldn't tell on the replay exactly what happened. I saw him go down, but I don't know if he was chop blocked or hit from the back. On the left corner, there he is going down right there, and I still didn't see it. Maybe Jesse can help us out down there exactly what happened to him.
Coach, is that DeJour Silman?
I believe it was. All right, let's take another look at it. There it is. There he comes. Here he comes. Here he comes. He was hit from behind. That was a block in the back that the officials missed, and he went down. I'll tell you what, that number 10 may be bad luck. You know what?
I was reserving comment on that. It is not done well for the person wearing it the last couple of years. They're certainly giving a long look to DeJour Silman on the far side.
Well, here's another look at it. You take a look at it, DeJour Selman is going to get
30-yard line
right there. That's bad, isn't it? I don't know. His helmet was in front, but that's one of those you could have called or not called, and they didn't call. There's Marty Herbst out there. Just hope that young man gets up.
Well, they've helped him up to his feet. He is standing. And like it's more of a abdomen area that he's holding.
He's holding his left side there, but as far as knees or ankle, he's walking fine. He'll be back.
That's a good sign. Glad to have him up and walking on his own power. So DeJour Silman will come to the sideline, and Marty Herbst has to find somebody else to put out there. Looks like it'll be Edward Coleman that'll go out there.
I bet old Dooley doesn't wear number 10. We'll keep an eye on Selman as they bring him over. Old Justin, the trainer, will check him out and see what's going on.
The incomplete pass brings up a 2nd down and 10 from the Waco High 35. A&M trying to get points on the board for the 2nd time tonight, leading 7-0 with 11:03 left to go in the first half. Little man in motion, handed to the motion man. That's Burl Caraway getting loose, and Caraway will take it down inside the 5 and carry Waco Lions with him to the end zone for a touchdown. A 35-yard touchdown run for wide receiver Burl Caraway.
That was a nice run. You saw some speed right there from Caraway, little spin move. And right there, he's I'm going to the end zone. I don't care how many people try to tackle him. And you saw right there that David Vaughn had a hold of him but couldn't bring him down.
Got one more injury in the end zone, Coach. It's another Waco Lion. 48 yards and 6 plays for Consolidated on that drive. Scoring on the Caraway 35-yard touchdown run.
I don't know who the young man was injured. It might have been David Vaughn, who I'm thinking, because he tried to bring him down and couldn't. And he might have been the guy that went down. It looked to me like so, but I don't know what's going through Marty Herbst's mind right now. When it rains, it pours. I guess that old Morton Salt commercial. If it wasn't for bad luck, they probably wouldn't have any, you know?
Certainly seems that way. It's a 2-minute and 24-second drive.
I've been pretty impressed with Cade Williams, haven't you?
Yes, sir. Definitely the most talent we've seen at quarterback so far here at Waco ISD Stadium this particular season.
He's only a junior.
That's saying quite a bit, considering that. Got another view of the touchdown play.
I'm pretty sure this is David Vaughn right there, hanging on for dear life. He goes down, and he stays down. But he's getting up, but I don't like the way he's walking. I don't know whether it's a knee or an ankle injury.
Yeah, David Vaughn going to be helped to the sideline.
It's going to be next man up, and that's what it's been all year for this Waco Highline football team.
Marty Herbst and the training staff getting in their workout, going to the opposite side of the field, checking on injured players.
Yeah.
Cade Williams does the kicking. So he's just waiting to add on the extra point.
There he is, Cade Williams, do it all. Young man's quite an athlete.
All right, ready for the point after. Executed to perfection. 10 minutes and 51 seconds left to go in the first half. Our new score is A&M Consolidated 14 and Waco High nothing.
Vaughn went down, sat down. He's being attended to. When he sat down, the Stillman got up. So another look right there, David Vaughn. This is, you can see exactly what is his knee or an ankle. He's hanging on about the 5-yard line. Could not bring him down. Looked like he grabbed his right knee right there. Good luck at the Waco High cheerleaders.
Consolidated has had the ball 3 times and has scored 2 out of the 3 times. Their first possession stopped by an interception by DJ Taylor.
I'm going to tell you, Lark, if Waco High's going to win the game, they got to have drives more than a minute and a half. That's all I'm telling you.
Yeah, they've only had it twice, and that was for...
What was the total on those 2 drives, though?
A minute 57 and a minute 15. That's about 3 minutes and 14, 3 minutes and, yeah, 3 minutes
not
and
gonna
10
get
seconds,
it.
something like that.
You got to keep that football a lot longer than that, but they're limited as to what they can do, and I think A&M Consolidated is aware of that.
Williams with the kickoff to the far side and deep at the end zone. It's going to be brought out. Calhoun looking for some running room. Maybe gets it up to the 19-yard line. Waco High offense goes back to work.
It's going to be the Terrence Hamilton show and try to break loose off tackle because he's a power runner and try to get Jalen Harris outside.
Jalen Harris so far on this year, Coach, he has carried the ball 34 times for 233 yards and 2 touchdowns. He's only caught 8 passes for 55 yards and 1 touchdown. Between you and me, I'm going to think that's a bit underused.
Yep.
Fake the handoff. Stimson keeps it and has a good gain. I'm sorry, that's not Stimson. That's Jalen. That's all right. It is 19. Kind of hard to read that 19 and 15, but Stimson with a good run there.
Well, you see the fake. Once he faked it to Terrence Hamilton, everybody kind of converged on him, and Stimson picked up the first down.
13-yard pickup for Stimson on the play. He sends 3 wideouts to the near side. Hands it off to Hamilton this time, and Hamilton once again gets a crowd out to the 34-yard line. We have a flag on the play on the near sideline.
Offsides. Offense number 3, lined up in the neutral zone. 5-yard penalty.
That one's coming
Defense.
back. That's just the third flag in the game.
5-yard penalty. Repeat first down.
He said number 3 lined up in the neutral zone. I knew he pointed the wrong way.
Yeah.
That's the Adrian Glasker. He plays defense.
Okay. Got 5 yards on the play, brings up 1st and 5, and takes it out to the 37-yard line. That's the first flag against A&M Consolidated.
But he nearly blew that one, didn't he? He pointed the wrong way.
Marty got him right.
Yeah, he did.
Hand off to Hamilton. Well, there's just not a whole lot of room up front for Hamilton to run. He'll get it out to the 38-yard line for a gain of 1.
Jared Dufresne, that big old defensive end, made the tackle, number 97. See him right there. Big, strong youngster.
Second down and 4. Stimson looking to pass, and it's incomplete. Intended it for Ray High, but it was a little high for even the defender to come down with it.
You see Michael right there, like we said earlier, passing is not his forte. Lucky that ball was not intercepted.
0 for 2 on the night. Stops the clock with 9:41 left to go. First half, Waco High trailing 14-0. Jalen Harris with the football. To the 45-yard line and the first down.
I think we're going to see a heavy dose of Harris and Hamilton. That seems to be the plan right now.
Picked up 7 on the play, out to the 45. Now a quick pitch out to the far side. Catch made out there by Quinn Williams. Out to the 49-yard line and pick up a 4 on that pass. First completion. Second down and 6.
Well, Waco High line sure got some big splits in there.
Yes, sir. Hamilton following the block of Jalen Harris, gets turned around quickly. Well, that's a great hit by Colby Peel.
Yes, it was. Really good hit. Look at it right there.
Number 20, Hamilton. Ball is fired at the 48-yard line, 3rd down and 3 yards.
So he got it all the way into the consolidated 48-yard line for a pickup of 3 yards on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 3. Waco High pounding away here. Coming around the near side is Jalen Harris. Got a flag trailing the play after Harris gets to the 45. And a holding penalty against Waco High is going to bring it back.
Yep, that's a nice run, but all for naught. Marty Herb's not too happy with that call, but
Holding. Number 52, the offense. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Repeat 3rd down.
It's going to bring up 3rd and 13, and it goes back to the Waco High 43-yard line.
this is not what Waco High wants 3rd and long with Stimson in there, because once again, it's a passing down, but He's not real fun on that passing right now.
Mark it at the 42. Stimson just follows Jalen Harris, and then the linebacker finds him and stops his progress. Got up to the 44 for 2 yards, but that's it.
Well, once again, they're just not being able to move the football because they're limited on what they can do offensively. So it's old Michael Stimson come in. Not coming, or is that him punting the football?
I don't think so.
That's not with green shoes on.
Might be Juan Arroyo. Got a low snap, able to pick it up, gets it blocked. And it comes out of bounds on the near side. The bad snap kind of messes up the timing. Arroyo not able to get the punt off. And A&M Consolidated is going to have excellent field position with 7:28 to go in the first half of a 14-0 lead.
Yeah, Tyon Merchant, that fine defensive back, got a hand on that. So they got good field position. They've got plenty of time. And Waco High already down 14-0.
So 7:28 left to go after Waco High. They held on the ball for 3:23 this time, Coach.
Mm-hmm.
That's twice as long as the first two combined.
You're right.
Cade Williams at quarterback. Rides his handoff and then keeps the ball and gets buried. Quickly, LaDainian Glasgow there to bury him and holding for a loss of 2 yards.
Take one more look at it. You see Glasgow come in. Once he gets a hold of you, you're not going very far, I promise.
Brings up a 2nd down and 12. It's 3 for 4 passing so far. Well, has to get out from under a rush. Now throws it deep and it's incomplete. Incidental contact downfield as he tried to get that ball out to Brian Darby.
Not bad enough that Waco High's got several offensive starters out, but then you got Silman and Ball, and I see both them sitting out there defensive starters. So tough go.
3rd and 12.
Do you think Cade Williams will have something to do with this play, one way or the other?
Pretty much any time they have the ball, he's going to have something to do with it. Rolling to his right. Gets some pressure from the backside and has to unload it out of bounds. So good job of coverage by the Waco High Lions will force a 4th and 12, and they do a good job of overcoming that short punt.
They did a real good job. And once again, Cade Williams said he's not known for his passing ability, but he can certainly run the football. Omar Essex is going in at the linebacking spot in place of Silman.
Going back deep for Waco High, anticipating a punt is DJ Mangum. Cade Williams will drop back deep.
And don't let it hit the ground, Mark.
No, sir. Punted away from him. It's over his head at the 10-yard line, so he lets it go into the end zone now. That's the way you're supposed to do it.
Yeah, there you go.
6 minutes, 28 seconds. Consolidated held on the ball for exactly 1 minute on that possession. Waco High will get the football at the 20-yard line, trailing 14-0.
I know it's a tough situation. You got to get Hamilton or Jalen Harris, one of them, to break a long one because they need to get points on the board for half.
Passing in the flat to Ray High. High trying to get around one man, able to at least ride him out of bounds, and all of a sudden, Coach, there's a flag comes flying in from nowhere.
Uh-huh. If this gets Waco High, you better watch Marty Herbst. He's going out there.
Came all the way from the back judge. Personal foul face mask against A&M Consolidated. So apparently somebody got a hand in the mask right there at the end of the play.
Personal foul. Face mask. Number 13 of the defense.
You make your call right
15-yard
there.
penalty. Automatic first down.
It's hard for us to tell right there whether they had the hand on the mask, but evidently he did.
They gave a 5-yard gain out to the 25 and then marked off 15 yards for the penalty. Brings up a first down at the Waco High 40. Handoff goes to Jalen Harris. He's finding ways to loses the football, and Waco High gets back on it. Good job of getting back on the football by the Lions' Thomas Johnson.
Yeah, because that could have been disaster right there. As you see Jalen Harris doing making some moves there, but the ball comes loose. You'll see Johnson fall on it right there.
Got a 4-yard gain out to the 44. Second down and 6. Stimson to pass. Gets out of, thought he was out of danger, but he's going to be dropped at the 36-yard line. First man there was Jonathan Sylvester.
Johnson Sylvester is the best linebacker they have on this football team. You see Stimson right there. I think he did the smart thing, though. Don't risk an interception. Just take your losses.
Lost 8 on the play to bring up a 3rd down and 14.
I'd like to see a screen pass to Jalen Harris. That's what I'd like to see. I'm not seeing that's what they're going to run.
Stimson throws long, and it's got a flag thrown.
Is that interference?
I'm not sure. Ray High was the intended target. The defender got a hand on the football. Did he get a hand on the receiver?
I don't think so. We'll see what the man says. Roughing the passer.
Well, we got 2 flags on the play, Coach.
One interference, one roughing the passer. So, can they take both of them for 30 yards?
Sure, why not?
I don't know about the interference. I've seen that thing 3 times. I still haven't seen it. But I don't have to see it.
Marty Herbst having it explained to him on the near side.
It's rough the passer, automatic first down.
I believe it is. They were behind the chains. They're going to move the chains, so it will bring a first down.
All right, Dale's going to tell us.
That's interference. 3 of the defense. That penalty is declined. Personal foul, roughing the passer. 34 of the defense. That penalty is accepted. 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Brings it out into Tiger territory at the 49-yard line. Another first down for the Lions with just under 5 minutes to go in the first half. Like to get it closer. Down by 2 touchdowns right now. Second man around is Jalen Harris, and Harris will take it up to the 45-yard line for a gain of 4 on the play.
That was kind of an old crossbuck right there. We
Yeah.
haven't seen that play very much. In fact, I'm not sure we've seen it all this year, but good yardage.
4 yards out of it to the 45. Hands off to Harris. Harris is stopped after a 1-yard gain to the 44.
Another one of those 3rd and long situations. You see, there's nowhere to go there for Harris. He was mad at the pass.
Stimson 2 for 4 passing for just 9 yards. Waco High has run 20 offensive plays now for just 56 yards. Hand off to Hamilton, and Hamilton wiggles his way through for the first down and gets it all the way down to the 37-yard line in Tiger territory.
Another look at old Stink Hamilton right there. And I tell you, the Waco High splits on the right side of the line that time were at least 3 yards, at least.
7-yard pickup for Hamilton on that play. Clock rolls with 3:35 left to go in the half. Hamilton, boy, he's buried when he gets to the 35. He paid for 2 yards on that.
Boy, Jason Jasper made a good hit on Hamilton right there. I mean, you could hear that one up here. Waco High still has unofficially 3 timeouts remaining. I may have to use them because that clock's fixed to be under 3 minutes.
Hamilton will be a slot receiver on the far side of the field. Jalen Harris takes the handoff, bounces it outside, and gets into the open for the moment. And is tackled up around the 27-yard line near first down territory. Thought Harris was going to get loose, Coach.
Yep.
Number 15, Harris. It'll be third down.
A little bit short. A little bit short.
They give him 7 on the play. Brings up third down and 1 from the 28. Straight ahead dive by Harris. Think forward progress will get him the first down. We'll have to wait and see where they spot the ball, and where they're spotting the ball, Coach, I don't think they're going to give it to him unless they put it where the.
He's going to be short.
They didn't give him forward progress from my vantage point. No gain on the play for Harris.
And the clock's becoming a factor as it's fixing to roll under 2 minutes. I'd give that old ball to Terrence Hamilton. He can get 1 yard, can he?
Got to find out. It's Jalen Harris, and he's not going to get there. He stopped at the 30-yard line. So ball goes over on downs to A&M Consolidated with 1:52 left to go in the first half.
A&M Consolidated's got the win. They got a 14-0 lead. 1:52 left the half. I don't know, Coach Rayfield just decided to kind of keep it on the ground, run out the clock. He's going to try to put more points on the board.
Waco High unable to take advantage of a couple of major penalties in that drive. They got it as far as the 28-yard line, but now A&M Consolidated looking to make it a 3-touchdown game before intermission. Cade Williams on the pitch late. Gets no gain on the play as he got it out to Stevie Ray, but nowhere to go for Ray.
Hit on fish number 3, Glasgow. Brings up second down after no gain.
That's a nice tackle that time. I did not get the young man's number. There it is right there. Still can't see the number. Good tackle, though.
DJ Mangum that got there.
Was it?
Yeah. Tackled in bounds, so the game clock rolls down to 1:20, and the play clock is down to 12 seconds.
I don't think they'll throw the football. I think they'll just be happy this 14-0 lead.
And off to Franklin. Franklin gang tackled by Lions at the 33-yard line after a pickup of 3.
Over the right side, picking up about 2 yards.
Third down and 7.
Dylan Fish, number 27, Coleman, brings up third down.
Lions get a stop here. You think they'll use a timeout or just?
I think they might. I bet they run that play clock down to about 3 or 4 seconds before they snap it.
Now there 26 seconds of what would be left on the game clock if they just go ahead and let it run down and then call a timeout, because they got 2 timeouts left if they wish to use them. They will snap the ball, it appears. Maybe not. Nope, we got a timeout coming from A&M Consolidated with 25 seconds left to go in the half.
Remember, coming up at halftime, we'll be showing you the performance of the Waco High Line Band and the Scarlet Line.
Timeout. A&M. That's their second timeout of the half.
As we approach probably the final play of the first half, Steve Tankersley, our statistician, says that A&M Consolidated has run 27 offensive plays for 157 yards. Waco High has run 25 offensive plays for just 70 yards. Waco High's offense having a little trouble moving against this defense, but again, they started the night with the short stick, unable to have their strongest offense on the field.
Yeah, they got that flex cam going on right now. And look at that young lady. She is cute as a speckled pup. What's all that stuff around her eyes?
That's the speckles on that pup.
Oh, that's what it is?
Yeah. Here we go with the 3rd and 7 play from the 33. Williams going to look to pass long down the middle. He has his man, and it's overthrown just a bit. Trying to get it out to Tony Williams. But a good job by the Waco Lion defense to get back there and double cover him.
Take another look at that. Was
Good defense. Ball overthrown just a little bit, so that brings up a punting situation with only 19 seconds left in this first half. Edward McFloyd in on that, as far as in the defense that time on the receiver.
I believe that's the first 4 and out for the Consolidated offense in the game so far. Cade Williams is the punter. It's off a high, long kick over the head of the receiver, and it's going to roll all the way into the end zone. Coach, that's a 67-yard punt.
That was a beautiful punt, nice hang time, and Waco High now will just, I don't know, get a one knee or try to break Hamilton or Harris, but this most likely be the last play of the half. I don't think they'll throw it here.
Yeah, Hail Mary, I don't think is
No.
in the cards here.
Not against that wind, and not with Michael Stimson at quarterback.
Now they're going to go into victory formation here, Coach. And take a knee and go to the house for halftime.
Try to regroup.
That will do it for our first half of play. Our score after the first 24 minutes is A&M Consolidated 14 and Waco High nothing. Stay tuned. We have our halftime activities coming up in a moment right here on Waco ISD TV.
Scarlet Line Drill Team. And now, Waco High School proudly presents the 2016 Lion Pride Marching Band. The 2016 Waco High Lion Pride Band is under the direction of Scott Stuhler, Tyler Sage, and Rachel Whipple. Percussion is instructed by David Johnson and Adrian Rodriguez. The color guard is instructed by Cherie Wingett and Miranda Kane. Visual instructor is Alex Wynn. Student drum majors Carrie Berkeley Jr. and Sarah Brown lead the band on the field. The outstanding band members of the week are Araceli Rojas and Shatavion Solomon. The outstanding band parents of the week are the Lackey family. Tonight, the band will be performing a portion of this season's competition show entitled Twisted. Movement 1, Vortex. Movement 2, Spirals. Movement 3, Spheres. And Movement 4, Permutations. Featuring original music by Scott Stuhler and Ted Reichert. Drum majors Carrie Berkeley Jr. and Sarah Brown. Is your band ready to unleash the twisted power of the vortex? Pride Band take the field in performance. The 2016 Lion Pride Band would like to thank you for your attention and support this evening. We would also like to give a big thank you to all of our band parents for their efforts and tremendous support this season. Yay, band boosters! For their continued support of the fine arts programs in Waco ISD, the band would like to thank all of our Waco ISD school board members.
Hope you enjoyed our halftime activities as the Waco Lions get ready to come back onto the field after going to the locker room to try to figure things out after trailing at the break by a score of 14-0. The statistics of the first half is not going to offend anyone because there wasn't a whole lot of offense to it. A grand total of 209 yards between the two teams, led by A&M Consolidated's 103 yards on the ground and 36 yards in the air for 139 yards of total offense. The 103 yards on the ground came on 21 carries. They were 3 of 8 passing for those 36 yards. So again, 139 total offensive yards for A&M Consolidated in the first half. Waco High just 70 yards of total offense in the first half. 61 of that on the ground on 21 carries. They were 2 of 4 passing for just 9 yards. 1 turnover in the first half. That was the interception by DJ Taylor on A&M Consolidated's first possession of the day. Waco High had 1 fumble but was able to recover it. Fairly penalty-free first half as the Tigers have been penalized 3 times for 35 yards. Waco High 4 times for 35 yards. Time of possession relatively even. A&M Consolidated's had it for 12 minutes and 13 seconds, while Waco High had it for 11 minutes and 47 seconds. Leading ground gainer on the game so far, pretty much what we expected. Coach Cade Williams, the quarterback for A&M Consolidated, 44 yards on 13 carries. The wide receiver Caraway, 1 carry for 35 yards and a touchdown. Franklin, 3 carries for 16 yards and a TD. Waco High led by Hamilton, 30 yards on 9 carries. Harris has carried it 8 times for 27 yards. Stimson 4 times for 4 yards. And we've had 5 receivers catch passes. Williams for A&M Consolidated, 1 for 24 yards. Floyd, 1 for 7. Ray, 1 for 5 for Waco High. Ray High, 1 catch for 5 yards. And Quinn Williams, 1 catch for 4 yards. And that's pretty much the first half statistical story, Coach. Waco High gets the ball first. They need to run some clock.
Yes, they do. Their offense has been very limited, and I think A&M Consolidated is well aware of that.
Here we go with the second half as Cade Williams kicks it off to the goal line. Looking for some running room is Calhoun. Excuse me, I think that's Quinn Williams, number 9. Actually, it's number 5. Ray High who runs it back. And gives it to Waco High at near the 20. Actually, they're going to mark it at 21.
Let's see if Waco High made some adjustments offensively on this second half, because they had very little offense. Neither team had really a good offensive first half showing, I didn't think.
Again, the junior Michael Stimson in at quarterback, filling in for the senior quarterback, Will Richards III, who was knocked out for the season due to a knee injury. He hands it off to Terrence Hamilton, and there's some good blocking up front for Hamilton to get loose up to about the 28-yard line.
That blocking up front comes from Darian McLean, Tyrese Beasley, Cameron Gutierrez, Cornelius Manning, and Thomas Johnson. You see right there, nice hole. Terrence Hamilton is the workhorse.
Brings up 2nd down and 2 after the 8-yard gain into the 29. Good job of getting the first down there by Hamilton as he gives somebody a ride up to the 33-yard line.
Hamilton picking up a first down.
You see he carried the defender that time. That was the J.R. Matlock. Carried him about 2 yards on his back.
4-yard pickup brings the first down at the 33-yard line. Fake the handoff, keeping the ball is Stimson. He'll get a yard to the 35, and that's 2 yards to the 35.
Number 19, Stimson on the corner.
Nice tackle by Jason Jasperson that time for A&M Consolidated.
23, Sylvester. Pick up a 2, 2nd down and 8.
Do expect Waco High to keep the ball on the ground. Just 2 of 4 passing for Stimson in the first half for only 9 yards. Might throw one every now and then just to keep the Tigers honest. Hand off to Hamilton. He gets into the linebacker core, loses the football, and on it for A&M Consolidated is Colby Peel.
Well, I'll tell you, Terrence Hamilton that time, that wasn't a lack of effort. He's trying to get that extra yard. The ball came loose, and Tigers come up with it.
We'll get it at the 41-yard line in Waco High territory with 10 minutes and 38 seconds left to go in the third quarter, leading 14-0. That was our halftime score. First possession of the second half for A&M Consolidated. Cade Williams, the quarterback, on the option. Will give it to his pitch man, Franklin, and Franklin down the sideline is hammered out of bounds, and there's no reason to throw a flag as he was hit while he was still on the playing field. And knocked out at the 33-yard line, a pickup of 8 on the play.
Watch his hit right there. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am.
Made for 8 yards, but he bounces back up and ready to go. Franklin with the ball again. We'll take it to the 30-yard line and have the first down on that 3-yard pickup.
Mark, it's Selman and back in the ball game, and David Vaughn, 14-10. Do you know if they're back in their defense?
I have not seen them. I do not see a 14 or 10 on the defense right now. First and 10 from the 30. Little mix-up in the backfield. Cade Williams going to have to try to make something out of that and not able to do so. Good job by the Waco High defense. I believe that was actually Edward Coleman that got up there to make the stop.
Those guys up front on that defensive line, Corey Ebron, Curtivus Norman, Kavian Benson, and Darian Glasker.
Yard loss on the play to the 31 brings up second down and 11. Williams looking to pass to the right side, nothing there, and now we'll have to try to run with it, and he won't be able to do that. Loses the football, and Waco High stumbling around trying to pick it up. And apparently there's an inadvertent whistle. They're telling the Waco High sideline, saying go ahead and score, but I'm not sure why the officials blew the whistle. Coach, did you ever see anybody down with the football?
No, I did not. You see Marty Herbst out about 10 yards out on the field. He wants to know what the situation is. All right, let's take a look at it. You make the call. Nobody's down yet. Nobody's down. The ball comes out. There it is, rolling around. Waco High tries to pick it up. Didn't get it. Still tries to pick it up. Now he's got it. I don't really know. Dale Cowan's going to tell us. He may have to make something up here.
Coach, here's what I'm afraid is going to happen. They're going to call an inadvertent whistle, and the ball's going to go back to A&M Consolidated.
Yeah, they're certainly in their offensive huddle. He's not going to tell us anything.
No, there's no flags, no nothing. Nobody. Well, going to be third down. The ball's at the 41-yard line. A loss of 10 on the play. He's up third and 21. That's got the Waco High crowd a bit upset. On the jet sweep. That's Stevie Ray. Gets it down to the 20-yard line. Pick up a 21 on the play for Stevie Ray and brings up the first down. Coach, that was very unfortunate for Waco High.
Yes, it was, and then they come back big third and 21 and they make it. See, that's unexcusable. I'd still like to know what happened on that fumble a while ago. I mean, they didn't, you know, he didn't say inadvertent. He didn't say anything.
Fake to Franklin. Williams looking to pass, gets around the would-be tackler, and then throws it out of bounds. Almost put it in a trash can on the far side.
Williams pass thrown out of bounds, brings up second down.
I would make Cade Williams throw the football because he's more dangerous with his feet than he is with his arms so far this evening.
I'm afraid that previous play, I'd have called the timeout and had to explain to me.
I would.
What in the world are you telling me?
The official should have said it, told us something, inadvertent whistle or something.
Mm-hmm. Second down and 10. Williams to pass across the middle. It's complete and it's good for the touchdown to Grant Johnson.
Well, I say I'd make him throw the football. Well, I guess they did. Grant Johnson caught it for the touchdown. That's a nice pass by Cade Williams that time.
Seven plays to go 41 yards for A&M Consolidated to get their first score of the second half. Cade Williams on to add on the point after attempt, and it is good. So 8 minutes and 31 seconds left to go in the third quarter, and A&M Consolidated is back on top 21-0. They're going to show the fumble.
All right, here we go.
Nobody's down. Nobody's down.
No. The ball comes loose right there. He's not down yet.
Yeah, all's out.
Waco I tried to get it, could not pick it up. He couldn't pick it up. He knocked a little further. It was finally picked up. I'm at a loss for words.
Yeah, the only thing I can think is they said he was downed back there. Now here's the touchdown. I know he wasn't, but that's what I'm going to believe that the officials are going to say, that he was down before the fumble. And it was a 10-yard loss on that play by Williams.
Well, that was huge for both teams. It puts them up 3 touchdowns, but Waco I had a little momentum moving and then get the fumble, I thought, but evidently they didn't. There's a touchdown pass once again to Grant Johnson.
Took 2 minutes and 7 seconds on that drive to go the 41 yards in 7 plays. And got a little bit of help from what appeared to be a fumble that goes their way. Cade Williams tying it up. Five yards deep. Loses a shoe, loses the football, will down the football, and it'll come out to the 25. I think he's fortunate that he lost the shoe.
It's a good thing he did, because I think he was trying to run that rascal out, which would have been a big mistake for DJ Taylor, in my opinion. Well, Waco High doesn't have the type of offense to come back from a 3-touchdown deficit, because you're going to have to throw the football every now and then just to keep them honest. And I saw one of the coaches on the elevator, and they said that Simpson can throw the football. Said he's a baseball player and he can throw it. So I don't know.
Got Jalen Harris in the backfield with him. Hands it off to Harris. Harris tries up the middle, push the pile forward up to about the 28-yard line for a gain of 3.
Remember, Jalen Harris is playing with a hurt shoulder, and so is Michael Stimson.
You got Hamilton and Harris in the backfield with Stimson. Looking to pass, throwing down the far sideline, and incomplete. Intended for Quinn Williams on the far side. Good job of defense there by Chase Martinez.
That's a nice pass that time. Old Stimson aired it out. Yeah, that was a good defensive play, no question about it.
Brings up 3rd down and 7. All across Buck. Give it to Jalen Harris. Coming around the right side. He'll fight his way up to the 32, but that's about it. 2-yard or 4-yard gain for Harris.
We'll see who's going to do the punting this time. It's been, I guess they just put the names in the hat, but punting has not been too good tonight for the Waco Lions, no question about it.
They mark it at the 31, so a 3-yard gain on the play.
Is that Arroyo back there?
Yes, sir, it is.
Yep.
Juan Arroyo to do the punting, and back deep is Colby Peel.
Remember, this is against that breeze, stiff breeze.
Good snap this time. Got it a bit off the side of the foot, and it goes out of bounds at the 49-yard line in Waco territory, so that's just an 18-yard punt.
That's the time that you don't want to get the ball up in there. You don't keep it low against that wind. So the A&M Consolidated sets up shop with good field positions again, with already leading this game 21-0.
Kept the ball for 1 minute and 29 seconds on that drive. Once again, the Tigers are going to start in Waco High territory, this time at the 49. Cade Williams has 2 receivers to the far side. Has Stevie Ray as the running back in the backfield, sends a man in motion. Fakes the handoff, pitches it to the motion man, and he's going to be hit behind the line of scrimmage. That was Burl Caraway, who's going to lose yardage back to the 42-yard line, a loss of 7 on the play.
Yeah, they sent the running back in motion toward the line of scrimmage. Then he went back because he was the pitch man that time and lost big yardage. That's a good defensive play by Waco High.
2nd down and 17. Caraway on the motion man grabs the football on the jet sweep and gets away from folks. Stumbles his way up to about the 40-yard line in Waco High's end of the field.
Got a flag down around the 41-yard line.
That'll usually bring it back for a hold somewhere along the way.
I would think so. A block in the back.
There you go.
I tell you, they do have some elusive runners. I thought he was trapped at the line of scrimmage, and here he came.
Absolutely. 2nd down and
Illegal
22.
block in the back. Number 80 of the offense. 10-yard penalty. Repeat 2nd down.
I just noticed they have like 3 ninth graders on this football team, A&M Consolidated.
Wow. So it's now 2nd down and 27.
Well, a while ago they had 3rd and 21 and made it. That's all I can tell you.
From the Waco High 32. Way behind the chains. One on the option. Williams keeps and takes it up to the 36. Gain of 4.
Yeah, and the QB and Vincent once again in on the tackle. That's one of many. He's been in on the night.
3rd and 23 from the 36.
I guess once again, Cade Williams is a young man that on 3rd and long, he's done a good job tonight of converting.
Send Stevie Ray in motion to the near side. Now we have a timeout called by A&M. Apparently the play clock was running down and
Timeout.
coaching staff wanted them to
First time out of the half.
get the play off. Called the timeout.
Did you see Coach Rayfield that time took his hat off and threw it to the ground? He was not happy that play materialized. Remember, following the game, we'll be visiting with the offensive and defensive player of the game from Waco High, along with Marty Herbst. Is this going to be the chicken dance?
I don't think they're playing the chicken dance. I think they're just playing some song and letting somebody dance as opposed to chicken dance.
Oh, hey, that's the boogie right there now.
Yeah.
Oh, look at the mascot.
Got some moves there.
Yeah.
Got back to play, and they hand it off up the middle to Stevie Ray, and Stevie Ray is only able to get up to the 38-yard line for a gain of 2. Waco High defense is stiffened up here.
Yes, they have, but the offense has been very stagnant. And when you're down 21-0 late in the 3rd quarter, you got to get some points on the board somehow. Block a punt. I thought they had it with that fumble a while ago, but evidently it didn't happen.
DeAndre Basie is back deep, waiting for the punt from Cade Williams. Let it bounce one and pick it up. looking to pick up a block. Able to get it up to the 21-yard line. Nice return by Basie. Waco High will get the ball with 4:29 left in the third quarter, and they trail by 3 touchdowns, 21-0.
Well, you got to dance with who brung you. When you got Will Richards out, your backup quarterback Jalen Harris with the bummed up shoulder. Take your hat off to Michael Stepson. I mean, it's not hard to step in under this situation, but he's done a good job, but they just cannot get points on the board.
You'd love to dance with who brung you, but when who brung you only has one good leg, it's kind of hard to do the two-step.
Yep.
On the 21-yard line. Trying to get everybody set in the backfield. Now they're ready to go. Fake the handoff, and Stimpson's going to keep. Actually, that's Jalen Harris at the quarterback spot, and there he goes. Can he outrace them all? They'll finally force him out of bounds at the 35-yard line in consolidated territory.
Having a nice run. You look at right there, there's Jalen Harris. That was a nice run. He's used some speed, but Tayon Merchant, their best cornerback, finally caught up with it.
44-yard pickup for Harris. Quickly over the left side goes Hamilton. Gets it to the 30. Second down and 5. Hamilton with the football, and he's tackled by the helmet, but no flag. Hamilton's looking around going, where's the flag? Good gracious. No gain on the play for Hamilton.
I'm just saying right now, Waco High, it's imperative they get some points on the board out of this drive.
Picked up the pace on the offense. A little help from that 44-yard run by Harris a moment ago. Harris is still running the quarterback spot. And now we've got false start by the Waco High line.
Right at snap. False start. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Repeat third down.
Big difference between 3rd and 5 and 3rd and 10, Coach.
Yes, there is. And this is a passing situation with Jalen Harris there. I don't think he's able to throw the football, so I might see Stimson back in there. I don't know.
Yeah, they bring him Stimson in, but they bring him in as a wide receiver to the left of the formation. He's the widest receiver of the bunch. Harris is going to run with the football, and he's going to be converged on at the 35-yard line. And apparently there was a fumble on the play. They're going to give it to A&M Consolidated. At the bottom of the pile for the Tigers with the football is J.R. Matlock.
Is that the third fumble tonight, or has it been 2?
I think it's just 2.
2.
But still, it goes over on downs.
Yep.
To Consolidated with 2:44 left to go in the third quarter.
The Waco High defense has spent a lot of time on the field tonight.
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, number 22, White, 15-yard penalty.
Well, at least that'll take it back to the 20. .244 left to go in the third quarter.
I'll tell you, overall, the second half, the Waco High defense has played pretty well.
They've done an outstanding job. They gave up the 1 touchdown, but that was basically on a short field. Hands it off to Stevie Ray, running at the running back spot. Ray is buried at the 20-yard line. No gain on the play for Ray.
Nice tackle that time. I know who that is without looking, to Kevian Vincent. You can always tell him he's wearing white shoes. At least he is tonight.
Williams looking to pass to the right side. It's knocked away. Great job of getting in the middle of that by DJ Mangum.
It was a nice job. That was It's good defense that time. So this is a 3rd and long. They can hold them here and force a punt. They'll have an opportunity to get that football back and maybe get some points on the board.
Edward Coleman comes into the lineup. Vertivas Norman checks to the sideline. Passing down here, 3rd and 10. Williams looking to pass across the middle, and it's knocked down. Good job at the line of scrimmage by LaDadrian Glasker to get the big mid up there and knock it down.
So Waco High should get this football in decent field position unless O'Cade gets off one of them 50-yard punts and gets about a 20-yard roll, which he's certainly capable of.
Waco High is not putting anybody deep, Coach.
Huh.
It's 4th and 10, and apparently not buying it, or just decided not to have anybody, not unless they're going for the full block here. And he got off a bad punt off the side of the foot, and it takes a Waco High roll up to the 32-yard line. That's a 12-yard punt. Waco High's got some advantages here.
I'm surprised they didn't put anybody back. I think it might have surprised O'Cade Williams because that's the worst punt he's had so far tonight by far.
Waco High just put on the full force block there, and it's going to be at the 33-yard line. This is the first time tonight that Waco High has started a drive in consolidated territory. Got 1:49 left in the 3rd quarter, trailing 21-0. Coach, they get a touchdown here. They got to feel they got a chance in that 4th quarter if the defense continues to play as well as it's played and maybe get a break or two.
Yep.
Jalen Harris taking over the quarterback spot with Hamilton in the backfield with him. I'm sorry, that's Stimson at the quarterback spot, and he passes it to Harris, and Harris holds on to it as he gets it up to the 25-yard line, and a flag thrown in at the end of the play.
Let's see right here. They got clothesline as soon as he caught this football. Right there. That's a good tackle, but I don't know what the penalty is. We'll find out.
Picked up 8 yards on the play. Personal foul. Face mask penalty against Consolidated. Get a look at it from a different angle here.
Personal foul, horse collar, number 58, defense.
Horse
Half
collar
the distance
tackle.
to the goal, automatic first down. I'm sorry, the number is 28. 28.
They mark it at the 12-yard line. After the penalty, they throw for the end zone. A leap and unable to come down with it. On the far side was Quinn Williams. Stimson kind of put that one on the money, but unable to haul it in.
Yeah, he did. So when Stimson's in there, they got a chance to throw it. When Jalen Harris is in there, he's not going to throw it because of his shoulder situation. But I'd still have me a good dose of Jalen Harris and Terrence Hamilton running that football.
Harris is in the slot on the left. Hamilton in the backfield with Stimson. Hamilton with the football, runs into one of his own men as he gets to the 10-yard line and falls forward to the 9. And now a flag on the play at the end.
A little extracurricular activity now. I don't know if they're going to call this against A&M Consolidated. But both guys pushed each other, but they managed to caught the last one. You fix to see it right, well, you couldn't see it right there. You go. I think it's going against Consolidated.
Foul after the play. Personal foul, number 60, defense.
Yeah.
Half the distance, automatic first down.
It goes down to about the 4.5, and it is a first down. So 1st and goal for Waco High at the 4. Hand off to Hamilton. He's into the end zone for the touchdown. And check that, that's Jalen Harris with the touchdown.
Yeah, Jalen Harris, the young man, he's just a tremendous athlete. That might have been the spark that these Lions need to get back in this football game. But remember, they get the extra points, not something that's automatic anymore. Oh, there's a good look at the touchdown.
Stimson doing the holding, and it is Chris Escada on to try the point after. And he is good with it. So 1:19 left to go in the third quarter. Waco High is on the board. It's 21-7 thanks to this 4-yard run by Jalen Harris.
If the Waco High defense can continue to play like they played this second half, offense should get the football back, and maybe they decided now that they can open things up a little bit and throw the football with some success. Waco High's got to go on the road next week, and that's never easy. They go to Bryan, take on Bryan Rudder, and we'll be back as University Trojan will host College Station.
30 seconds to go, 33 yards in 4 plays. Coach, we're going to see this Consolidated team again about a month from now when they come up here to play University.
Yep.
Waco High is on the board. Is this too early for an onside kick, Coach?
You know, nothing would surprise me. That's all I'm going to say.
While the two teams were getting lined up for the ensuing kickoff, head coach for A&M Consolidated, David Rayfield, was talking to the referee on the far side.
It doesn't appear to be they're set up for an onside kick, Waco High, but it could have maybe one of those sharp pooch kicks. They try to hit it no man's land.
Skata, the man who'll be kicking it. He does pop it up short. Campbell has it go through his hands. It's picked up by Peel, and Peel gets away from several Waco Lions and stays on his feet up across the 25 to about the 26-yard line. And
here
now
we go.
A flag thrown at the end of the play.
More extracurricular activities. That guy broke 3 tackles that time, number Colby Peel. All right, they'll tell us about it. Maybe offsetting penalties. That'd be the safest thing, I would think.
Well, Marty Herbst is out there talking to his defense, trying to get them to settle down. I believe it was Tiandre Basie is the guy who's going to be called for the foul here.
There's offsetting fouls. Personal foul, number 36, red. Personal foul, number 2, white. Those penalties offset. First down.
See, that's the way to be safe. Just call them offsetting penalties.
There you go. So Consolidated will have it at the 26-yard line with 1:10 to go here in the third quarter. Up 14, 21-7 our score. Coach, I think Williams is about to throw the ball.
I think so.
Yeah, I don't know what makes me think that. No, he's going to give it off to Stevie Ray, and Stevie Ray is going to be caught short. You know, that jet sweep has just not worked for the Tigers.
I'll tell you what, this Waco High defense, I don't know what they talked about at halftime, but they sure come out and played with reckless abandon in the second half.
Also 2 yards on that play brings up a second down and 12 from the 24. Quite possibly the final play of the third quarter. Keep it on the ground. That's going to throw. Williams gets away from one would-be tackler, still on his feet. Now throws to the far sideline, has a man wide open. That's Franklin who gets it into Waco High territory and out of bounds at the 47-yard line.
Flag at the 30-yard line. Illegal man downfield, which is a break for Waco High.
Certainly is.
Look at Cade Williams. That guy's a magician. That's all I'm telling you. I thought they had him. He got out there and found the receiver wide open, but yeah, big old 77, Keenan Robinson, he was about 15 yards downfield.
He thought his quarterback was going to run with
Yeah, I did too.
Ineligible receiver, downfield, number 77, offense. 5-yard penalty. Repeat second down.
Brings up a 2nd and 17. Back at the 19.
Waco High really needs to bowl the neck here defensively. They really do.
They've done a good job of keeping the Tigers behind the chains here in the third quarter. Williams will go on the scramble. He is very elusive. Gets it all the way up to the 34-yard line. Gain of 15 on the play for Williams.
The Waco High youngster had a shot at him about the 30, 25-yard line. He just put a little juke move on him. So now they got 3rd and short. Very makeable.
Picked up 15. Make it 3rd and 2, and that was the last play of the 3rd quarter. We head to the final 12 minutes of this contest with A&M Consolidated on top by a score of 21-7. At the end of 3 periods, our unofficial statistics from Steve Tankersley show that A&M Consolidated has run 44 offensive plays for 191 yards, while Waco High has run 40 offensive plays for 154 yards. Leading rusher in the game right now is Cade Williams. Cade Williams has 17 carries for 51 yards, but the leading ground gainer is Jalen Harris. 12 carries for 81 yards. Hamilton, 16 carries for 50 yards. Other top rushers for A&M Consolidated: Franklin, 5 carries with 27. Caraway, 2 for 28. Ray, 6 for 21. Both of these teams, Coach, have kept it on the ground.
Yeah, they have, and I don't know how you prepare to defend a young man like Cade Williams. It's hard to do because he's so elusive.
Facing 3rd down and 2 from their own 34-yard line, and now a flag thrown before the snap, and that's usually a false start penalty.
Yeah, left tackle move.
Prior to the snap,
A little
false
bit.
start, 77 White.
He didn't move far, but he moved.
Repeat 3rd down.
That'll make it a 3rd down and 7. Back to the 29. To 7 our score as we get things started here in the 4th quarter. Tony Williams, the wide receiver at the top of your screen, he's been fairly inactive in this game. They're not going to go his way. Cade Williams cuts inside of a blocker and gets it across the 30 up to about the 32-yard line. Pickup of only 3 on the play. It's going to bring up 4th and 4.
That was a good tackle by a host of lines led by Dwayne Ritchie that time. So that was a good defensive stand. Waco High should get the football back with decent field position.
The 2-yard gain as they mark it at the 40, at the 31.
Tell you what, with another 13-yard punt like they had last time, they'll real get good field position.
DJ Mangum waits deep for the punt. Again, it's into about a 15-mile-per-hour breeze. Williams gets up a low roller, and it's going to be killed at about the 40-yard line by A&M Consolidated. He tried to kick it low into that wind, but didn't get a whole lot out of it.
And Colby Peel actually killed the football before he should have. It might have got another 4 or 5 yard roll out of it. All right, and it's going to be old Michael Stimson in there as a quarterback with Terrence Hamilton in the backfield with him.
11-10 left to go, 3rd quarter. Lions trail by 2 touchdowns. Terrence Hamilton trying to fight for yardage to get about 2 yards out of it.
See, that's where, when you have Jalen Harris in at quarterback, he can do that zone read, fake it to Hamilton, and keep it himself, and he's very dangerous. I'm sure I guess they got Harris to the wideout right now. I can't tell.
Yeah, he's the closest receiver of the 3 at the top of your screen. Timpson looking that way, throws a little high in the flat for Ray High. Incomplete.
Yeah, that pass never had a chance. It just kind of sailed a little bit on Michael that time. So another passing situation, I assume, unless, yep, we believe it is. It's going to be another passing situation.
Timpson looks back to his left and goes deep for Quinn Williams. Williams almost makes the catch. Well, on the back shoulder.
Yeah, had a defender right there with him, might have threw him off a little bit. That was a nice pass. You take a look at it. Yeah, he had to turn around a little bit.
It's one of those back shoulder passes that only the receiver can get to it. He's not able to do it.
Now, Waco is taking a lot of time on this 4th down. You'd think they're going to punt it, they wouldn't take quite as much time, but we'll see.
Well, Stimson is backing up as if he is going to punt it, and he does get off a punt, gets it away from the receiver, Peel, and it takes a Waco High roll and goes out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Plenty of time left this football game, but when you're trailing 21-7, you've got to make something happen. They really need to get a turnover, and I see big old Lakevian Vincent going back in there wearing those white shoes.
10 minutes, 19 seconds left in the game. A&M Consolidated leads 21-7. Has the football deep in their own territory at the 13-yard line. Wade Williams is joined in the backfield this time by Franklin. Franklin gets the handoff. On a cut back, we'll get it up around the 19-yard line. Gain of about 6 on the play for Franklin. He's got a yeoman's work tonight.
Yes, he has. He's done a good job toting the mail. But once again, if you can stop Cade Williams, you can stop A&M Consolidated. I said if you can.
Yeah, 2nd down and 5 at the 18.
That's easier said than done, I would think.
Consolidated coaching staff seems to be content to run as much clock as possible when they have the ball as well. Williams on the option, will keep. And will go out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Pick up 7 on that play and gets the 1st down.
Cade Williams, in my opinion, has certainly been the difference maker tonight in this football game. There's no question about it. And I'm like you, Lark. I think he may be one of the better quarterbacks we've seen out so far this year at Waco ISD Stadium.
Certainly mixes it up well. Hand off to Franklin. He's got a bit of a hole there and then bounces it back outside. Waco High catches up to him. Bumps him out of bounds at the 30. Gain of 5 on the play for Franklin.
He got to make one of those self-purses out of that Salzer on that one.
Yeah.
He was stopped at the line of scrimmage. He just did a good job of breaking it to the outside. I nearly said chicken salad, but I changed my mind.
I'm glad you did.
Yeah, buddy.
Play clock is down to 5. Get the snap off. Pitch it to the pitch man this time, and Franklin's going to be rode out of bounds at the 32-yard line. Just a gain of 2 on that play. He's going to bring up a 3rd down and 3.
He didn't get knocked out of bounds this time. They kept the clock running. The official did like that. I thought he knocked out of bounds about 5 yards out of bounds.
I can't help you with that one, Coach.
Okay. I'm sure A&M Consolidated tickled to death on that deal. That's about another 35 seconds they can run off.
Make a difference if you go out of bounds on your own or if somebody knocks you.
I just thought she went out of bounds and stopped the clock. Maybe that's the old rule. I don't know.
Williams to throw, and it's knocked down right in the middle of everything for Waco High. It was number 32. That's Dalen Webb. He's had a pretty good ball game, Coach.
Yes, he has had a good football game. You look at Dalen right there getting his hands on it. Brings up a punting situation for Consolidated, so we'll see old Cade back there again.
This time Waco High will send somebody back to return the punt. That'll be DJ Mangle. Running into about a 15-mile-per-hour breeze. Mangum's going to get away from that one. Takes a Tiger roll inside the 30 down to the 29-yard line.
Well, I think we're fixing to acknowledge our crew tonight. I think you'll be putting it up on your screen. There's old Justin Sanchez. Yeah, old Justin's been with us a long time. He got a cute smile there. There's Eli Rodriguez, the guy that told us get out there and do the pregame. And there's my man, Jesse Maldonado. Look at old Jess. There's old Terrell McSpadden up top. Got that nice hat going on, and you know who that is. That's LJ. That's the old LJ and Leslie Ugali. That's the lady we're going to call the Q lady, and there's Ricky Mauser right there. And there's the man, Jesse Patel.
Meanwhile, Waco High goes back. There's the crew.
There's the crew right there.
Butch, Tank, me. Certainly appreciate
that's
everybody.
That's a pretty good looking crew. You know?
Yeah, it is. Stimson got about 5 yards on the first play from scrimmage to bring up a 2nd down and 5 at the 34.
Time is certainly not on their side when you're down 14 points. You got to expedite things. I mean, speed it up, Lord.
Okay, Stimson to pass. Got plenty of time. Throws across the middle, and it is complete to Ray High for the first down up to the 44-yard line. 10-yard pickup on the play.
They got a long way to go and a short time to get there, so I think you might see them throwing the football a little more than they'd like to under these circumstances.
Hamilton in the backfield. Harris goes in motion. On the end around, here comes Ray High with the football. Trying to get down the sideline, is tripped up when he gets to the 30 and falls. Well, they say he walked out at the 32-yard line. That's a pickup of 12 yards on the play. It's more than that.
Here comes old Ray right there. He's going to finally be brought down by Trevor Williams right there. That was a nice play, a little reverse.
Got 19 yards on that play.
I don't know, something.
Right at the snap. Ball start.
Yeah, that was
5-yard penalty.
discombobulated.
Repeat first down.
Everybody moving on that play.
Takes it back to the 37-yard line. Stimson back to pass, has plenty of time and almost intercepted. He overthrew Ray High, and there was a linebacker waiting for the football. That's Abel Daly. Couldn't come up with it.
Yeah, I thought for sure Daly was going to catch this ball. You watch it right here. Right there, he had an opportunity. He knows he should have had it, but he didn't. Waco High still alive.
Second down, going for it all. Down the far sideline, can't catch up to it. Trying to get it to Calhoun.
I tell you what, that was a nice pass that time off the arm of Michael Stimson. It overshot Calhoun by about 6 inches, looked like.
It was 3rd and 15 at the 37.
With 6:36 left, I think if they don't make this 3rd down, I think they'll go for it on 4th down. They're going to have to.
Do have all their timeouts left. Empty backfield as Hamilton goes to the right side, overloads the receivers that side, going deep and goes a little too far for Calhoun.
And the man that went in motion was wide open out in the flat. Nobody within 20 yards of it.
Well, maybe the guys upstairs will see that and call that play on this down.
They might do that. Wouldn't be a bad plan, I don't think.
Clock stopped with 6:30 left to go. Big 4th down play. Stimson on the roll, will keep and try to get it all himself. They're not even going to get back to the outside stick. They'll stop him at the 33. Just a 4-yard gain. It'll go over on downs to A&M Consolidated. Again, it was 6:21 left to play.
Yeah, you take a look at this. Did not pick up the 1st down. Now I think you'll see A&M Consolidated keep that ball on the ground and run the clock. Thank y'all very much. I appreciate it. Yeah, next week it's University College Station. I'd have a safe trip on. Thanks.
Cade Williams comes back on the field. Magical quarterback for A&M Consolidated. Sure, his coaching staff wants him to put together a nice drive here and eat some clock. He landed off to Franklin, and in fact, he saved that play by hauling in a high snap. 2 yards on the gain for Franklin. We got our players.
Players of the game are take one more look to play there. Our offensive player will be Jalen Harris. Our defensive player will be Dwayne Ritchie. So we'll visit those 2 young men and Coach Herbst after the game.
Okay, 2nd down and 8 from the 35. Tigers working on the clock. Williams on the option will have to pitch it. Franklin with the football, gets that free down the sideline. Into Waco High territory, down to the 41.
Flag on the play.
All the way back inside the 40-yard line in Waco territory.
Holding.
You are correct.
There it was right there, plain as day.
A 10-yard penalty will move it back to the 25-yard line. Bring up a 2nd down and 18.
Number 72 offense. 10-yard penalty, previous block. 2nd down.
Once again, the referee, Dale Cowan, the night out of the Central Texas chapter, wearing the white hat. Overall, I think these guys have done a pretty good job, except I still questioned the fumble earlier.
Consolidated has now been penalized 8 times for 79 yards. Starting to rack up a few penalties here. Stevie Ray goes in motion and gets the handoff and gets free. Goes across the far sidelines. This is somebody trying to bump him out of bounds and gets it up to the 50.
Yep.
There's Dwayne Ritchie, the sidestep.
I tell you what, I'm pretty impressed with this A&M team. They got a good quarterback. They got some good running backs. So Stevie Ray's only a sophomore wide receiver. Took that ball, shows us some speed.
Picked up 22 yards in the 1st down.
I think they've done away with the chicken dance. I really do.
Nobody knows what it is.
Yeah, no.
Except you and me. Franklin straight ahead. No gain on that last play.
I think no team wants to start off 0-1 in district play, but Waco High's headed that way. One loss is not going to keep you out of the playoffs.
No, sir.
3 or 4 might, though.
Gave it to Caraway on the jet sweep again. He's gotten lots of yards on that tonight.
I tell you what, they got some guys that can run the football. A lot of wide receivers, they get them to the outside. They can boogie now. Caraway's done a good job.
Picked up 12 yards in the 1st down. We got Caraway with 3 carries for 40 yards. That's a pretty good average, Coach.
Not bad.
Clock continues to roll. 4:27 left in the game. Franklin doesn't find a hole and tries to come to the right. And finally runs into big old 49, Corey Ebron.
That clock continues to roll as you watch it there on your screen. Waco High down 21-7. When they snap this next play, it'll be under 4 minutes.
Also 1 on the play by Franklin brings up 2nd down and 11.
They're taking their sweet time, and I don't blame them.
We got a 2-touchdown lead. The football, there's no sense in not running clock. Williams just going to keep the ball himself. Gets away from Glasgow for a moment. Then finally bumped out of bounds by Dalen Webb.
I don't understand why they keep the clock running when they go out of bounds. I just don't understand that.
Well, they stopped it now.
But he said wind it, unless there's a penalty. There was, evidently.
There was?
Yeah.
That's sportsmanlike against Waco High.
See Coach Herbst talking to the lineman, Tony Vasquez, kind of want to know what's going on, but anyways.
Yeah, ball foul. Unsportsmanlike conduct. Number 32 of the defense. 15-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
All he did was push him out of bounds. Thought that was legal. Goes down to the Waco 27 after the 15-yard penalty. And a new set of down for the Tigers.
This should be winding the clock. There it goes.
Franklin gets a couple of yards, but that's about all. Waco High calls a timeout.
Well, they've got 3 of them. Might as well use them. They don't carry over to the next game.
Timeout.
I don't think.
Waco.
I like that Bush's chicken allotment we get up here.
I'm gonna let that one go.
Franklin got no yards on that. All right, so we each got one of those tonight.
If you ate that every night, you'd be down about 105, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I would.
Malnutrition.
Right now, leading rusher in the game is Jalen Harris, 81 yards on 12 carries. Williams, the leading rusher for Consolidated, with 61 yards on 20 carries.
You know, Jalen, that's about what, 7 yards a carry. Average is not bad. He ought to carry it about 40 times, right?
Well, University has Nick Ward,
Yep.
who gets it 30 times a game.
Yep.
Jalen Harris,
I got you.
to get it 30 times a game. Second down and 10. Stevie Ray in motion, gets the hand off and he gets swallowed up. They were there to swallow him up.
That might have been big old Brandon Davis that made that tackle. I couldn't see the number real well. The clock's fixed to go under 3 minutes. Let's see right there. That is, that was Corey Abron that time. Nice tackle.
Lost back to the 32-yard line. That's a loss of 5 on the play. 3rd and 15. But the Tigers continue to eat clock. It's down to 3 seconds on the play clock. They get it off, hand it off to Franklin. Franklin finds a little bit of a crease. Gets 2 yards up to the 32-yard line, but it's going to bring up a 4th down and 13.
All right.
Timeout. Waco.
Clark, I'll be making my way down. Waco, I get a stop here, and they're not going to punt the football here. They might try a long field goal, but I think they'll go for it.
You know, what we've seen from Cade Williams tonight, possibility to get in a 47-yard field goal.
Yep.
Even against the wind.
I'm making my way down Lark. If it goes to overtime, I'll be back.
All right. So with 2 minutes and 30 seconds left, Consolidated faces a 4th and 13 at their own 30. Waco High has used its 2nd timeout, so the Lions have just 1 timeout left to try to work some magic to overcome a 14-point deficit. It's 14-0 Tigers at the half. Each team has scored once here in the second half. The Tigers are going to go for it. Williams back to pass. will be flushed from the pocket. Still looking downfield, will throw, and it's incomplete. Intended for Aaron Campbell at the sideline. So the ball will go over on downs to Waco High with 2:22 left to go in the game. And the Tigers trailing by 14. There you see the pass was just a little out of the reach of Campbell. So Waco High is at its own 30-yard line, 70 yards away from getting their second score of the game. They got to do that in a big hurry, so there's enough time for an onside kick and another try to at least maybe send it to OT. Calhoun and High will be the two receivers at the top of your screen. Jalen Harris will be in the slot on that side. Now Hamilton comes into the right side, and they'll swing it out to Hamilton, and it's a little too high for him, and he's tackled immediately by Jason Jasperson. Second and 10 at the Waco 30. That only took 4 seconds off the clock. Quinn Williams, the lone receiver on the near side. Stimson to pass. Has time, throws across the middle, and has Jalen Harris wide open up to the 49-yard line. Gain of 19 on the play. And a first down. And a flag way downfield. Sure, there may be a unsportsmanlike penalty against the Tigers. We'll see.
Sideline warning. Offense, Waco.
Okay, just a sideline warning against Waco High.
First down.
Need to make sure that they stay out of the way of the official running up and down the sideline. They get no yards marked off for that after the first warning, but if it happens again, then they'll flag Waco High. Now the officials want to have a discussion. Make sure they're all on the same page. Now they're ready to go. Stimson with Hamilton beside him in the backfield. Looks for time, throws across the middle. It's complete across the 40-yard line to Ray High. He gets a downfield block and will take it down to the 30-yard line. Pass of 21 yards to Ray High. Another first down. You see the pass across the middle, but they're going to bring it back. Apparently a flag thrown. I don't see a flag anywhere. Somebody picked, oh, there it is. Oh, they're back at the 30. But below the waist block. And I was afraid that that was going to be called. I saw it downfield. I want to take it all the way back to the .47-yard line in Waco High's end of the field after that penalty. -15 after the pass catch. Then they bring it back.
Illegal block below the waist. Offense, 15-yard penalty. Repeat first down.
From the spot of the foul. So it's first down and 12 now from the 47. Again, first start as a varsity quarterback for Stimson. He's flushed out of the pocket and is thrown for a loss back to the 41, -6 on the play. He's up second down and 18. He just picked the wrong path to try to scramble and got picked off by one of the defensive linemen. Got to get to the 40-yard line in the other end of the field for a first down. Pitching the flat to Jalen Harris, and a nice job of catching the back end of the football. taking it out of bounds at the 47-yard line for a 6-yard pickup on the pass to Harris. It's going to bring up 3rd and 12. A minute 16 left to go in the contest. Waco High desperately trying to get their second touchdown of the night, trailing 21-7. Harris goes in motion, and now we have a false start on the offensive line.
Right snap, false start. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Repeat third down.
Moves it back to the Waco 42 for a 3rd and 17. Benson rolls to his right. Looking downfield, will throw deep to a man double covered, and it's going to be picked off by Peel at the 25-yard line, and that's going to end Waco High's hopes of a comeback here tonight. Just kind of throws it up for grab on the replay here. Do it in a double coverage, and Peel was there to haul it in. A&M Consolidated gets it with just 67 seconds left in the contest. Waco High does have a timeout, but I don't think they'll use it. Consolidated with it at the 25-yard line, and they basically just need to snap the ball a couple of times. And they'll get their first district win. They'll go with the 2 tight ends. Full house backfield. This is their victory formation. Takes the knee for basically a 3-yard loss. They do have to run one more play. Just have to get the game clock under 40 seconds before they snap the ball. It hits the 40-second mark now. All Cade Williams is waiting to do is get the snap and take the knee one more time, and he does that at the 19-yard line. And that will be it. Waco High Lions started the night without their senior quarterback. Their defense does a very good job against an outstanding quarterback in Cade Williams tonight to hold him to just 3 touchdowns. But Waco High will drop their district opener by a score of 21-7. So stay where you are. When we come back, we'll have our post-game interviews right here on Waco ISD TV.
All right, back at Waco ISD Stadium, where the Waco High Lions have lost the district opener tonight. The A&M Consolidated 21-7. Our defensive player of the game is Dwayne Richer. Our offensive player is Jalen Harris. First, Dwayne, I know that's not the way you wanted to start off, but you guys, the first half, just seemed to be a little lethargic, but the second half, you picked up the pace.
Yeah, first half, we didn't know how fast it was going to go. We made adjustments halftime. We got it fixed.
Yeah, and I tell you what you did. This defense played lights out the second half. Yeah. But I'm going to tell you, that quarterback they had, I think he had Vaseline on his pants or something.
Yeah, he was a good player. I'll give him his props, but next week we got to show up.
And you know what? There's still a lot of football left to be played. The one loss is not going to keep you out of the playoffs. I know your goal is to get the playoffs, and you know, you look over and you see Will Richards on crutches. It's been a tough year for you guys.
Like Coach say, next man up. Next man got to play.
That's all you can do. Well, good luck to you next week as you go down to Brian Rudder, I believe, and try to get that first district win.
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you. Bring in Jalen Harris, a young man that averaged nearly 7 yards per carry tonight. Jalen, I know this loss is tough, especially in a district opener, but there's always next Friday.
Yes, sir. We just got to come out, practice harder. We losing key players. The next person got to step up and do their job. We just going to get better and better.
Now, you've had some shoulder problems, am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Is it your right shoulder?
Yes, sir.
And so that's pretty tough to throw the football, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, and tonight Stimson came in, played the quarterback. But sometimes you came in when there's going to be the zone read, you just fake it to Terrence and keep it and make some good yardage.
Yes, sir. I just try my best. I try to lead my team wherever I can go. I just do my job wherever I'm at.
You know what, this Waco High team has been snake bit by injuries, not only last year, but this year. You had a couple of defensive guys go down tonight, and you know what? But you just got to keep on keeping on.
Yes, sir. We just got to keep pushing harder and harder. Just injuries, just work hard. Next man got to step up.
Like I was telling Dwayne, one loss is not going to keep you out of the playoffs of district play, but you need to bounce back next week against Brian Rudder.
Yes, sir. We just got to come next week harder and act like we want it more.
I want to ask you this. Are you the fastest man on the team or close to it?
Yeah, I'm close. I give it to Ray High.
Ray High. All right. Hey, good luck to you next week.
Thank you.
You bet. Good job, Jalen. Ray and Coach Herbst in here, and Marty, second half was a different ballgame. You guys really played better, especially defensively.
Second half was better. I told the guys at halftime I think we had more guys on crutches than we did first downs, and we didn't block a soul up there. And it's hard to get used to game speed when you only see it once a week, but when you have that kind of speed like they do at the quarterback position, as fast as we are, he made us look silly early. I thought we missed too many tackles in the first half, but we did adjust to the speed and played a pretty good second half defensively, and took a baby at quarterback and asked him basically what he did the first half, just get the snap and let's hand it off and run the offense. And once we turned the ball over in the start of the third quarter, I told the coaches, I said, it's time that we see what he can do with the ball. We got to put it in the air, and this was not a must-win. It would have been a nice win, but I think we proved that we have something to work with for the remainder of the season.
You know what? And you was telling me, I met with you earlier in the week, that their quarterback was very elusive. I was telling Dwayne Rich, he looked like he had Vaseline on his pants.
Wow, I mean, like I said, as fast as we are, he made us look silly. But he's their mojo, and he doesn't just play quarterback, but he kicks off and kicks field goals and punts. And he had probably about a 75-yard punt there, close out the first half. But he's a good one, and he showed it tonight.
You guys had a couple of fumbles that you lost, but I don't know if you want to comment. What happened on the fumble that they had that you guys had control of? I thought this was going to be a touchdown. As a 14-point swing, no whistles. They never told us anything.
Well, they basically said there was forward progress and an inadvertent whistle. And even if that occurred, I don't know if we followed the procedure for those mistakes. It's a shame. It would have been a 14-7 game and gave us some momentum earlier, but that's the way the game goes sometimes.
You lost a couple of defensive players tonight. Will they be back, or how banged up are they?
Well, the one that's on crutches, we're going to get him tested in the morning, and there's a good chance he will stay on crutches. The one that went down earlier, there's a chance we could get him back, but we too need to do some more testing before we pull the trigger there.
We're going to start calling you guys General Hospital or something. I've never seen nothing like that. Sometimes one for bad luck, you might not have any.
If you followed us the last 4 years, we're just used to it. It's a shame, especially when you have a kid like Will Richards, your quarterback, returning starter, senior, straight A kid, yes or no, sir, everything you'd want your son to be. And here he goes down last week with a season-ending injury, and that's the unfortunate part of this game. This game brings a whole lot to us, and we talk about all the benefits that this game brings to us and why we play it and why we put so much time into it. But it's sad when those types of things happen, and so we'll just have to get him ready for college now.
Get regrouped and get ready for Brian Rudder next week.
No doubt. I've already told the guys it's a must-win, and I think we'll be up for that challenge.
Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Bring Mr. Lark Smith in here and wrap it up.
All right, thank you, Coach. Tank's statistics basically says that Waco High had 248 yards of total offense. Consolidated had 249 yards of total offense.
Pretty close, except one place, the scoreboard. And I know officials have a tough job, but I just wish they'd explain that a little better. And it was, like you said, an inadvertent whistle, which I didn't hear it, but they should have told the PA or somebody what it was so they could tell the fans and tell us. But Waco High bounced back, but the injury bugs got them, and sometimes that happens.
Well, the injury bug bites again tonight. They lose a couple of guys from defense as they lose their district opener by a score of 21-7 to A&M Consolidated. For Butch and the whole crew here at Waco ISD Stadium, I'm Lark Smith. Good night from Waco ISD TV.